Hey everyone. So today we are doing a segment on ankle pain and stiffness with getting up in the morning after you've been sitting for a while when trying to go downstairs. So we're going to do, I think, another 4 exercises in this video to help with some of that stuff. Other things that these exercises could also overlap well with are conditions like plantar fasciitis, which also have that first step pain after sitting and sleeping. So the difference between the two is these ones are talking more so about the pain and stiffness that you get kind of up through the back of the calf in the morning. And then the plantar fasciitis, of course, is like the bottom of the foot when you get that pain. So these exercises do overlap well with that. Also for people who struggle with balance issues, feeling like they're unstable through their ankles, roll their ankles often, these could be a couple of good exercises to start for those as well. So the first one that we're going to talk about is going to be from a seated position. So you will want to try to have something that has a little bit of thickness to it. So my pathophysiology textbook from grad school is what we're going to use today. She a hefty girl. So that is what we're going to use. And then we're going to use something to sit on. So I'm going to show you from the side so you can see what my ankle is doing a little bit better. But one thing I often find that people kind of overlook when they're trying to work with ankle pain, and especially that stiffness, is that we have 2 layers of muscle in the calf. One that works well with our knee straight and one that has a stronger force when our knee is bent. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit so our knees are bent, and then we're also going to put the object that you have underneath your toes. So you're going to sit forward in whatever you are sitting on. Stools with wheels or anything like that are not a great option for this because they can tend to float away on you. So what you're going to do is you're going to let your heels sink down below the edge of your object that's giving you some height. From there, what you're going to do is you're going to kind of lean forward over your knees. The closer you bring your object, the more weight you are going to be able to put over your knees. So we just want to get a little bit of weight to it that's a little bit heavier than our calf. So you're going to let those ankles stretch as far down as they can. And then leaning forward, you're just going to push up from your toes. And you can kind of see my whole body is rising because I am pushing the weight of my body. And then you're going to slowly let them come back down to that bottom position and get that stretch again. A lot of people get really surprised by this one because as they lower down, they kind of get this like jumping effect. And that's what we want to work on. As you get up and you haven't stretched for a while, your muscles and tendons tend to get really tight. It seems like when we work on that slow, controlled lowering, they can tolerate those rest periods better. So we're working on creating tension by putting our weight over it and going slowly down until we're at the bottom and our heels can't go any lower. Pushing up, and the up can be fast, and then lowering nice and slow back down. So that is number 1. Number 2 is going to be working the larger gastrocnemius muscle that we kind of think of as our calf. So now we're going to work with our legs straight. So to do that, you can use a counter or something stabilizing you. I'll show you real quick. I can see my son's crutches that he has here. He's a little bit crutches. So I'm going to use these for my stability. And what you're going to do now is you're going to have your weight evenly on each foot, and you're going to go up onto your tiptoes as high as you can and keeping your knees straight and pressed back. So a lot of people here will try to kind of keep their knees bent and go up. Again, we're trying to work the knees straight position right now. So going up onto your tiptoes, pressing up as high as you can with your knees staying straight, holding it there for a second, and then slowly, again, letting it lower back down. Going up, pressing up onto those tiptoes, going back down. If you are someone who has sensitivity through like the ball of your foot, it might be necessary for you to wear a shoe when you are doing these exercises because it can be a lot of pressure on those bony prominences that you have there. So that is number 2. We've now worked 2 different portions of the really big muscle group in our calf. Now we're going to work some of those stabilizer muscles from side to side. So we're going to go and we're going to work on into the middle and then out to the side. So the first one, you're going to take something that you can squeeze. And that could be like a child's like playground ball. I'm going to use a pillow. It could be a rolled up towel, just something that's kind of soft that you can squeeze into without your feet hurting. So I'm going to take this pillow and I'm going to put it between my feet. I'm going to move a little bit here. So I'm going to put it between my feet here. And then what I'm going to do is my legs are going to be straight. And I'm going to try to squeeze the points of like my big toe here into the other one on the other side of the pillow. So we're going to squeeze together and we're going to hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to relax. And then I'm going to squeeze again. Good. Relax. I'm going to maybe show you with my feet up. Seems like it's not the best position here. So feet up. Good. Both of my feet are squeezing into the middle. 1, 2, 3. And then relaxing out to the side. So that is what is called inversion of the ankle. Trying to get the big muscles, tendons through the bottom of the foot to get to contract, which helps with some of that ankle stability. The next one, we are going to get a little bit of a crisscross position with our legs. So you're going to cross one leg over the other. The one on the top is not doing too much of the work. Move. So that one is just going to be kind of your stabilizer, but you are still going to get some effect on that one. But what you're going to do is you're now going to squeeze your pinky toes together. Again, some people, if you have sensitive feet, might have to go back and throw that pillow in between again. This one does get a little bit more slippery because of how the angle is, and some people feel like they get the pillow to flip. So again, I'm taking my feet, I'm squeezing them together with them crossed at the ankle. And I am going to have you do it with each ankle over the top for this one, just because they do work at slightly different angles when you are doing them. So we have now worked our plantar flexion with 2 different exercises. So one's with our knee bent, one with our knees straight to work different portions of our really big calf muscle. We've also worked one exercise that works on your foot swinging out to the side and one with it pulling to the middle. So we got a nice amount of stability from each side of the ankle. Again, these exercises would be also really good for people with plantar fasciitis or with just balance impairments to start with. As always, these are not the only exercises that you can do to help with your ankle pain and stiffness. As they say, there's a million ways to skin a cat. These are just ones that are easy for you to start with. For how many repetitions we will review now. You want to listen to what your body says, especially if you are dealing with a pain condition. what you want to do is you want to get some type of response. So an increase in soreness or a little bit of fatigue kicking in, and then you do 3 more repetitions on top of that. If you are able to do 20 repetitions before any of that fatigue or soreness sets in, that probably means you need to think about making an exercise more difficult. Our body builds and gets better with the appropriate amount of stress, not too much and not too little. I lost my train of thought again. If you get anything sharp and stabby, that means that you probably need to give it a little bit of a rest. Our body has warning signals for a reason. Most often, we kind of just ignore them and go about our day. If you have any other activities, and again, I'm looking for activities for what are painful for you or bothersome, leave them below in the comments. And I will make a video for those for you guys. All right. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you get a little bit more resilient because of this. Have a great day. Bye-bye.